Hey, Giggles, how you doing? And Brenda. How's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. I got to call into the vet. We'll see if they call me back. Mia's not doing so good. I think I could be wrong. I could be just pessimistic, but I think I'm dealing towards the end of life with Mia. Hey,
Yeet.
Justin,
What's up?
how you doing?
I'm good. Just got up.
Feeling better?
Yeah, I've been feeling better for a few days now.
Good, good.
Ugh. I'm off today, so I slept in a little bit.
Hey, Waypoint, how you doing? How are things down in Florida? Yep, Don, I don't know what I'm gonna do the day that I lose her, but I put a call into the vet and they're gonna call me back because I told them the symptoms and how she's been acting. And this snow, it doesn't help at all.
What happened?
She's got to go out in the snow and it's up to her shoulders and she's dragging her belly through the snow as she tries to paddle through it. And every once in a while she'll stop and look at me, stop and look at me, and it's like,
Oh, what's going on with me? I haven't been around for a few days, so I'm not.
Mia has now officially stopped eating. I had to almost force feed her to take her pills this morning.
Oh,
And
wow.
she gets up and down every 2 hours at night, wants to go in, go out, go in, go out, go in, go out. And I don't know whether dogs can get dementia or not, but in an older person, I would guess it's called dementia.
I don't know. No, I mean, dogs tend to do that though when they get to that stage where something's wrong with them just because they're getting older and stuff. A lot of them will stop eating. I've seen a lot of dogs do that.
She's laying over on the couch right now and just ignored me. And usually she's pestering me looking for her breakfast. I put her breakfast out. No, she didn't. She didn't want that. 204, good morning. So that's kind of working on my mind because I don't know what I'm going to do without Mia. Mia is pretty much my everything.
So when you gotta take her to the vet?
I don't know. I'm going to wait for them to call back. I gave them all the symptoms and everything, and they were gonna talk to the vet. I just talked to the technician. They were gonna talk to the vet about it, and they said they'd call me back. Of course, being a Monday morning, they're probably busier than hell too. So,
Eh, I don't know. Vets seem to be busy all the time
yep.
because they don't really close on the weekends because they have emergency
Well,
calls and all
my
that.
vet does.
Yeah, but I bet you could pay for an emergency call if you wanted to get your animal in there,
No,
though.
they actually, if you call them and it's an emergency, they give you a referral number to another vet.
Uh,
And the other vet is like 40 miles away from me.
That person just did not want to work on the weekends, then.
No,
Because most vets, they'll still have somebody around on the weekends.
no. In fact,
But you
on
pay a shit ton.
Fridays, they close right at 5 o'clock. That's it.
Yeah, you just pay a crap ton of money to go in there. Then.
Yep. I mean, I can't complain about the service because they're always helpful and always considerate of me and Mia. But it's not the cheapest place to go.
Oh, vets aren't cheap at all. They're like fucking dentists, man.
Yep.
Dentists are the same way. Like everything dental costs an arm and a leg to do. That's one thing too in a lot of these countries that have free healthcare. That's one of the things that they actually don't cover is dental shit. They have to pay out of pocket just like we do in some of these countries.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Hi, Paul. Dustin.
Mark.
Not too bad.
Precious is talking to you, Mark.
Yeah, I know. She's been a nuisance. Aren't you? Yes, you are.
What are you outside? I don't think you'd sit inside with that stocking cap on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just out having a smoke. Oh, dear.
So, Justin, how are things around the house down there?
You be quiet,
Yeah.
Precious, please.
Fine.
None of the kids got sick or anything, or?
Yeah, everybody was sick last week.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's sick now.
It's one of them days again. It's 5 degrees centigrade. Feels like -1.
I didn't have to work today because of President's Day.
Oh, yeah, isn't it your day off today?
Yeah.
I don't know that he deserves a day off, a day at the moment. Your president.
So what's going on with Mia?
Well, she doesn't want to eat. She's up and down all night long, wanting to go outside. Then she goes outside and she gets in the snow and she gets stiff. She can't hardly walk, and I almost have to go out and get her to come in. I think she's kind of losing it a little bit.
Oh, that's not good.
And now she's not eating, and she's usually always looking for her breakfast in the morning. And I had to, I make put the pills on a little bread with peanut butter.
Right.
I had to take it to her where she was laying down, and she thought about it, and then took a bite, and thought about it, and took another bite.
So you had to forcefully shove it down her throat or something?
No, I just hold it to her. She sniff it, and then you'd lay it in her mouth, and yeah.
Because Paul usually doesn't have to do that with her. She
No.
usually will just eat.
She knows what time of day it is for breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
So does she have?
But yeah, when she's out there in the snow, TJ, the snow is up to here on her. So she's dragging all this part of her body through the snow, and her legs are in the snow, and she gets stiff.
So does she have an appointment this morning?
No, I called the vet, told him the symptoms of what's going on, and I didn't know. I says I didn't know whether she's suffering from Alzheimer's or whatever, but because she's like 15 years old, 16 years old.
No, she's not suffering from Alzheimer's. She's just suffering from old age.
Yep.
It's not uncommon. Like I said, it's not uncommon for dogs when they get to if they're getting to their end of life, usually they'll stop eating and stuff and do weird things like that because it's
Yeah,
what they do.
and she'll get up in the middle of the night because I'm sitting in my lazy boy sleeping, and she'll walk past me, go around through the dining room and down the hallway and back around again, and
Yeah, I've seen a lot of dogs do that over the years where they just stop eating. I mean, it's
hey,
just
good
kind
morning, Don.
of normal thing.
Hey guys,
So,
I don't see.
unlike some people, I don't get President's Day off.
I've,
Now,
I
I
partially
called
have.
this morning to make sure today's my trash day pickup, to make sure they were picking up. Oh yeah, they'll pick up.
yeah, it's one of those holidays though. Not all school districts take it off. There's some that do and some that don't.
Now, are you like a teacher? You still get paid?
Yeah, I get money taken out of my checks that they hold back for holidays and stuff.
What's the matter,
That's
me?
that's how the teachers do it too.
Oh.
They don't actually
Do it.
pay them for holidays out of their own pocket. They hold back your pay so much every month, and then they put it in a fund, and then you get paid during the holidays and summer break. I think they should match it to a certain percentage, but yeah, they're not going to do that. Some cheap bastards.
Why? No one else gets to take
'Cause
time off.
Because it's not a teacher's fault or somebody that works for the school district's fault that they're out for 3 months. It's the schools that the districts are just, or the school boards and stuff that decide to do that.
You want
Not
extra
teachers.
pay? Just go get another job for those 3 months.
It's easier said than done.
One of my teachers used to become an ice cream man during summer.
You're going to tell a job you're only going to be working for 3 months, they're not liable not to want to hire you.
Why would you tell them that?
I mean, I guess if you just didn't give a shit, you're just whoring yourself around, quitting jobs.
Well, I would imagine a lawn service would love to have you like driving around one of their big John Deeres, you know?
No, but
Fuck that. I'm not doing
all jobs
landscaping
are
in the summer.
transient, or you don't owe your employer any time. What was that?
No, I'm not doing landscaping in summertime in fucking Florida. Fuck that. They technically weren't even supposed to do holdback on my check until I got appointed. But yeah, on my W-2, they were holding money back. So they even asked me, the TurboTax asked me, did you have any holdback on your check?
Well, you could always go over TJ hire you.
And I told Sarah, I said, no, I shouldn't have any holdback on there. And she goes, yeah, you do. She goes, you got a few $100s sitting there. I said, what the fuck? I said, they told me they weren't doing that.
That's pretty good. That's funny.
Why is it funny, TJ? If Justin needed a job, you wouldn't hire him?
I don't know what I would do. Like, I don't know, like, what kind of, I don't know what I
What's up,
would
Brandy?
do. If I had my own.
You don't think he's smart enough to work where he
Well,
works?
maybe he could be my, like, if I went on the road and like did
Wait,
a
hold on.
comedy thing, like Justin would tell the jokes and I would just stand there and laugh. Like I would.
You don't
have
think
like a,
you don't think he could just stock shelves or something?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would, like, if I had my own, I would hire Justin if
Dude,
I had my own.
I was
Go
a
ahead,
man-
Justin.
Like,
Justin
like-
wants to get a word
Dude,
in there.
no,
TJ.
I'm just saying, I was a manager at Walmart for 5 years. I'd run a fucking Walgreens like it was nothing. That would be so simple compared to working at Walmart to me.
yeah.
Because a lot less traffic, a lot less freight.
Yeah, there's more meth heads sitting on the back wall though.
There you go.
Out back.
I don't know. Walmart might give them a run for their money. They're just more spread out. In the
We
Walmart.
actually did have a transient when I was a manager at Walmart. We did have a transient living out back behind the building. And he kept coming in and he was acting suspicious, so I called the cops on him.
Uh,
Poor guy.
There was
What-
actually a Walmart when I was working there. It wasn't at the Walmart I worked at, but when I was working for Walmart, there was a Walmart that had a storage area up in one of their back rooms. And there was somebody turned out they had been living up there for a couple of years.
There was I saw
And there was
on
a whole article on the
YouTube a
Walmart.
lady who was actually living inside. I think it might have been a Walmart, but living inside the sign. It was at some store, and they had a big sign, and
Oh wow.
there was a hollow space in the sign. She had her little home set up inside this sign. She had found a way to crawl up on the roof, and she had a little house set up in there, had a campsite. It's like, that's kind of cool.
That's what this lady had, but it was in like an old stock area that they never used. It was kind of like an attic type area.
Well, in my
And
defense,
they-
calling the cops on the homeless guy who was hanging out in the back, we had the year prior, we'd had our cardboard bales set on fire.
Oh, I mean, technically it's private property anyway, so I don't really blame anybody for calling the cop.
Yeah. He blamed me. Oh, he is angry and sad. I wasn't hurting nothing.
So did that person like that was living behind Walmart? Did she have like her own setup, or did she have like a big setup or something, like a tent
Yeah.
or whatever?
The one that I'm talking about, the one Justin's talking about.
No, the one that you were talking about.
Yeah, she had a.
Dude, the lady I was talking about had a full fucking house set up there because she
Oh,
had taken a
wow.
bed from the Walmart. She took a TV. She was literally taking shit from the store and making herself a little area. And you know
I'm
how
sorry.
she got caught? Her and her boyfriend were having sex, and it was right above the break room, and they were beating on the roof. And the cops and the boys heard a bunch of noises from upstairs, and they went to investigate and found a couple sitting up there.
No.
It was a grocery store called Family Fare where this lady was living.
Oh. So she had a tent and like with a mattress or anything inside of there?
Here, I'll share the video with you.
Oh wow, this is gonna be great.
Well, I'm not gonna share it because I'm on my iPad. I'll put it in the chat.
She's like, this whole time I could have been living in a sign for free. I'm getting a nice view. TJ's just trying to get ideas for new homes.
Well,
That's funny.
He's gonna go to a real estate agent. Do you have the keys for that Rite Aid sign up there?
no, that doesn't really show what's inside the sign. Unfortunately,
Funny.
show.
That's funny.
That's not the same video I saw where it actually showed more inside the sign.
He changed his logo.
But still, it kind of shows you where she's at. And yeah, I'm sitting there looking at. I'm like, I've camped in more harsh conditions than that. If I was homeless, that's a good idea. Be a little more discreet about getting up there. I had a horrible night. My congestion moved into my chest, and I could not lay down and without coughing.
You still sound pretty nasally.
And it was just, if I laid down flat, I would get in these coughing fits. I had to sleep sitting up in a chair.
Did you go to the doctor, Don, or what?
No. For a head cold?
Probably a good shot in the ass and fix you right up.
For a head cold?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So check this out. Wilbert, this was a couple I was talking about. Wilbert Thomas, a 48-year-old man, and his girlfriend Ingrid Malone, aged 54, confessed to the police that had been residing in the store's attic for over 2 years. They had managed to procure an assortment of amenities, including food, beverages, a mini fridge, a large television, a surround sound system, and a bedroom set and clothes.
Jeez.
They were living the
was
good
it?
life.
Where was it? Where was this at?
That was in Tennessee.
Oh, was it behind us? Was that behind a store somewhere or something?
No, they were living in the attic of the store.
Oh,
They were pretty much stealing shit from the store to make their own little apartment up in the attic.
oh shit.
But nobody used the attic because it was kind of an older Walmart. Newer Walmarts wouldn't have an attic like that.
Gold.
Oh,
They were in an older building that had one and they didn't use it. Walmart never used it for anything. So,
And they got caught because they're too loud having sex.
yep. I don't know how they got away with playing a surround sound system up there.
man, that's crazy.
Maybe they did it after hours.
That still wouldn't make sense though, because most Walmarts always had employees in them, unless
Yeah,
it was
back
one
in
of
the day,
Yeah.
that's when you got a lot of your
And
unloading
some
of your
of
truck
some of
and
them
stocking
too.
done.
Some of them too, Don, were 24-hour stores.
Yeah,
They stopped that after COVID.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
but I worked in an older Walmart here, and I worked overnights, and it shut down, and that's when we unloaded freight, got freight on the floor, did a lot of stocking. Was the overnights, and then we went to a 24-hour store when they built the new store. It was going to be open 24-hour. We still did that overnights, but it was just open to the public while we were doing it.
Yeah, they decided after, well, actually, like about a year before COVID started, we had a meeting about the stores closing at 10 or 11 o'clock. And so they were already planning on doing that nationwide. COVID just gave them an excuse to be able to do it. And go ahead and implement it.
Well, you have more cases of theft overnight.
And to be honest, to have to pay for a cashier to be standing up there when you might in some towns, if it's a really small town, they might get like a handful of people come through there the whole night. It's really not worth it.
Yeah. And that cashier is zoning all the candy aisles, and we put them to work.
Oh, I know that, but what I'm saying is not having to worry about customers in the store. It frees up a lot more
Yes, it does.
stuff you could be doing. Because like our store, we used to just leave one of the self-checkouts open at night. And then nobody had to be up there. You could just go up there and check out.
Just, the employees just kept an eye on the store, right?
Well, I'm saying that was after they started closing the stores at night. They would just leave a self-checkout open for the employees, and then there wouldn't have to be somebody up there for employees to get shit for like lunch and stuff. They could check themselves out.
I remember because when they started doing 24-hour, and we could just go shop and on our lunch hour and just go buy our lunch instead of bringing it. It's like, wow. We're moving on up.
I remember at our store when we came in one morning, store manager comes to us. He says, "I need you to go down all the registers and go through all the candy, because the guy that was over that department, his shit was backed up so bad for probably 3-4 weeks, and he was just not getting anything out. And so he had to start going through all this candy that was open in the back and that was on the shelves. We ended up throwing out $6,000 worth of out-of-date shit, and he ended up getting fired over it. It was crazy how much stuff we pulled off the shelves that was out of date. Oh, we actually didn't even end up throwing it away. We just cleansed it out, and then the manager let us throw it in the break room, and everybody took it home. Yeah, it turned out he wasn't rotating any of the candy or anything. So yeah, it caused we had to cover that department for a good 3, 4 months till they finally got somebody to come in. Because they didn't have any employees for that department. It was only a department manager. That was it. They were all by themselves.
Sends her husband to the grocery store and says, "Get a loaf of bread, and if they have eggs."
Oh, Donald hates those videos. Was it Department 1 and 72? I remember the numbers correctly.
Don't Walmart, don't they like, well, not necessarily, not closed, but I mean, some of them are 24. I don't know if ours is 24 hours, but like, I think I tried to go there maybe like at,
Now, most
What?
of them nationwide close at 10 or 11 o'clock now.
Oh, we've still got 24-hour ones.
There might still be in some of the really big cities, like maybe Orlando or Tampa or Miami. There might still
Yeah.
be some that are open 24 hours, but a majority of them across the country close, I think, at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. I mean, we don't
when they
reopen.
when they close, do they like set alarms off and stuff in there?
No, they're still open for the employees. They just don't let anybody come in and shop.
Oh,
Because you still have overnight crew that works there that stocks.
yeah.
So yeah, well, one Walmart store, dude, can have between 2 to 350 employees. Just one store. You gotta remember they got 3 shifts of people at work.
Yeah, like morning, mid shift, and then night shift.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the office staff upstairs that nobody ever sees.
Usually upstairs in a Walmart. No, they're up front in the center of the store where the counting room is.
And they don't even have anybody anymore. The only person they have is like one HR person now, and that's it. They got rid of all the accounting people. They got
Did
rid of,
they?
yeah, because everything's automated now. They don't have to have all those people anymore. They got rid of all that shit. This people that
Who's
used to
setting
do,
up registers and prepping stuff like that?
it's all automated. You go up to the machine and it pops out a drawer. And then you still have a customer service manager up there that deals with that stuff. But yeah, it's all automated now. You put the drawer, like you count out your stuff and you put it, you take your money all out of your drawer and you put it in a machine and it counts it.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's all self-automated now. There's no employees for that anymore. But like I said, you still have a customer service manager that can deal with the machine and stuff if it's not working and stuff like that. But
That's crazy. I wasted too much time up there talking with those accounting ladies.
yeah,
I
just
go up
like
and see how they're doing it. Just hang out and talk for a little bit. Now, all right, I'm out of here.
well, they used to have a couple shipping and receiving ladies in the back too, and they got rid of those positions too.
Uh-huh. Always
Just like,
handling returns and stuff like that. And
well, they still had the claims ladies because you have
Okay.
to do that. There's no way of, I guess,
yeah, you got
automating
your
that.
claims cage. Yeah.
But then
I
they had actual inventory ladies that dealt with inventory and all the numbers and stuff with that. But then they automated all that too.
but they also added all the shoppers, all the
Yeah, the online shoppers.
online shoppers for people.
They
So
were actually talking about in some towns that had like 2 or 3 Walmarts, they were talking about shutting one down and just turning it into an online grocery pickup. But I never
they do a
did.
lot of business.
Yeah,
I am amazed at how much business they do.
You
Oh,
know,
I
it's
know.
it's
It's
really
crazy.
it's really crazy, right? Because like a lot of I had a customer. What was it, yesterday or Saturday or whatever, and she was because you know a lot of Walgreens are closing down and stuff, and she was like, she comes in and she's like, "Oh, is this one of the stores that's gonna close?" I was like, you know, I don't know. I don't think
That's
so. You know,
above your pay grade, buddy.
I know because like I knew a lot of them have been closing down because there was when I first moved down here there was one literally like right up the road. Like I could walk there. It was like on the corner, and they had closed it down. They had bulldozed it over actually because I guess the store wasn't getting a lot of business, and I think there was some things going on there too, and they had bulldozed it over and made it into a fire station.
Well, that's just because it got bought out by somebody the property did.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, your type of store, you wouldn't know they were closing it till probably 2 weeks beforehand. They'd walk in there
Yeah,
and
well,
tell you.
but I don't, well, and the store that I work at is right on the beach, so I don't think that's gonna close anytime soon because it's convenient for everybody to come in and grab stuff if they need or whatever. And you know, like I've said before, it's a smaller store and stuff. It's basically a training store, so you know, and it's right on the beach, so it's convenient for everybody.
That's like dollar stores, man. Have you ever looked at the map overlay of how many dollar stores there are? Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
there are quite a lot of them.
There's like 16, was it Dollar General has like, I think 16,000 locations or some shit.
There's one in Fort Lauderdale, but it had merged to what was it, Dollar Tree, and what's the other one? Dollar Tree and
Well, Family Dollar Tree, I think, got bought out by Dollar General. One of them
yeah,
bought,
I think that's what it was. I think
because
that's what it was.
you had three major national companies. It was Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and then Dollar General. And then Dollar General bought out, I think it was Dollar Tree. And now you just have Family Dollar. Well, you still have all three of them, but there's only two companies now instead of three. And
Yeah.
99 Cent Only, they were pretty big on the West Coast, but they shut down just recently because with most of their stores were on the West Coast where all the looting shit was going on, and they lost a shit ton of money to the point where they had to actually shut their business down. They had to file bankruptcy. That was a pretty big 99 Cent store on the West Coast. They were all over, I think, Nevada, Arizona, California. I think they were in Washington and Oregon. They were a pretty big company. But their stores were huge, though. The 99 Cent Only stores were like not much smaller than some Walmarts. They're pretty big stores, some of them.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
What's up, Lance?
Hey, Lance.
Lance, did you guys have 99 Cent Only up there?
Not 99. They were called dollar stores, though.
Well, there was a company called 99 Cent Only, but they were only West Coast based.
Yeah, we didn't have them here. But
Oh, okay.
so Justin, my Corsair headset is blinking blue, and I can't get it to work on my PC.
Trying to pair with your Bluetooth if it's blinking blue, right?
Usually.
That would be
Yeah.
my guess.
Try it. It didn't come with the receiver or anything in it, in the box.
And it's plugged into my computer, and it was working poorly when you guys heard me yesterday, right?
Yeah. Have you unplugged the receiver and plugged it back in just to see if it reset?
I have.
Okay.
And when I turn the power of the headset off, it turns off, and then I hit the power button.
Have you
Hold
tried
on.
holding the power button down?
Hold on. I think I just got it to work. So the Bluetooth. Let me check here, guys.
We'll
Hold on.
know you get it working whenever your audio turns into static, garbled mess.
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah.
Let me.
Well, usually if you hold the power button down, you turn it off and then hold it down and turn it
Yeah.
back on and keep holding it. Usually it will either factory reset or put it back into a pairing mode.
Gargled mess.
Okay.
That's
Let me
funny.
know how I sound here in a second. Yeah, get ready to plug your ears. Hold on.
I don't-
Can you open?
I wonder why Jim's dollar store doesn't have anything for $1.
They do. Pencils.
The dollar
Well,
stores aren't actually dollar anymore.
No,
Well, he was like, our dollar store has nothing for
Hmm.
$1.
yeah, they don't.
Okay, wait. Let me read between the lines.
It's
and
like
before-
Dollar General doesn't have anything for $1
Well,
either.
see, dollar stores, the way they used to do that though, was they would procure like say Walmart or another big retailer had 10,000 or 20,000 units of a particular item that they wanted to get rid of. Dollar General and the dollar stores would come in and buy it from them for dirt cheap. And
Yeah.
then just to get it off of their inventory, then they would resell it for really cheap in their stores. But see, now Dollar General and all them, they actually go to the same place as Walmart and everybody else goes to buy their product. So they can't sell it that cheap anymore neither. They don't get procurements from bigger retailers anymore. That's why dollar stores used to never carry the same shit very long. You know, every 2 months they had a whole new,
Yeah, new inventory.
yeah, that was,
Yeah, you can find places like that. Big Lots was one that would carry like all
Yeah.
the returns and
I'll unmute my other.
clearance
guy.
stuff. We have a guy here local. He's got his own little shop called Better Than Retail. And Better Than Retail, he gets a lot of shipments and stuff in from returns and surplus.
oh, Jim, you should have saw when Dollar Tree down here, they were actually the true 99 like dollar store. And then what was it, about a year and a half ago, they had to raise their prices to $1.25, and people lost their fucking minds.
My other guy, will you?
What's that, Lance?
Unmute my other person on the panel.
Okay, the one that has the camera off and has a
It is
Triangle?
unmuted. You're both unmuted.
Muted. Let me go back.
You need to go into Zoom and change your audio setting or your mic input.
Okay, are you there?
Yeah,
You can hear me now.
yeah. You're a little lower, but yeah,
That
you
was very
sound clear.
quiet. Yeah.
But you're clear sounding, you're just really low. But you go in the audio settings on Zoom, you might be turned down on the mic's volume.
So you guys don't have 99-cent stores down there, Justin?
Oh yeah, you sound good now.
Still
Yeah,
But
not
yeah,
true 99-cent stores, no. We got Family Dollar and Dollar Tree and Dollar General.
Okay. And they're not adult.
No. No, Randy, I've still got a little bit of a residual cough from last week. That cold I had. It's getting a little less each day. No, I can't smoke marijuana, dude. I work for the school board.
School district.
Yeah, where is old Captain Joe? I mean Captain Joe, regular.
Louisiana.
who knows?
hey Lance,
Yes, Paul.
guess who had a bet on Ludwig?
Oh, did you win big bucks? He kind of
82, 82 pounds.
all right. He was kind of
Oh,
in the
nice.
shadows of the whole tournament. Came back right there at the end.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
I-
he finally put a fourth round together without breaking up.
yeah.
Did you play the local lottery, Mark?
Sometimes don't win very often on that.
So, Mark, I heard you say right at the end yesterday that I should have gone down, and I wish I would have, and I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, down to Torrey Pines.
My brother-in-law and sister-in-law, who's my nephew, is down there as well. And Dave, my brother-in-law said, let's book it just in case they move it. And he booked it like right at the, the real bad part of the fires in LA.
Yeah.
He booked a place at Torrey Pines in their resort, the lodge, a month ahead of time, right? just
Ah.
thinking that they might move it. He said, they might, let's just risk it. And
Yeah,
well, they
that
did.
was a good move. Yeah.
And so they were down there. In fact, they were on 15 and I was watching it from here, and I caught them under the tent. So I was taking pictures of them, as they were sitting watching, and I would email or text them right away, saying, hey, here you are, guys, have fun. But
Yeah.
I'm kicking because we had a long weekend. I'm off today. And tomorrow. So I would have been off Friday to Tuesday, and I would have to go down, but oh well.
TJ, I put my new desk in. Check this out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and Tiger was there as well. Wanted to give the
Oh,
prize
nice.
because it was his. Well, he sponsors the event.
That's what's
He had a
up.
black eye. Did you see that? He had a black left eye.
No, I
And then
didn't see that. It's
and
difficult to
then-
see when he's all black.
and then and then he wore huge glasses when he was walking around, like to cover up that black eye. I'm sure. I'm curious how he got it.
Yeah.
But that sucker was a shiner on that left eye.
All right.
I haven't seen anything social media wise either on people commenting on it.
No.
Looked
No.
old.
Nobody mentioned it on on the telly. McNeely had a cracking game, didn't he?
Yeah, a couple of those guys did, and I thought Scotty just ran out of holes.
Yeah.
God, he doesn't know.
No. How can he be so trusting?
Well, Donald caught that. Scotty doesn't know. Let Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday.
Are you off today, Justin?
Yeah. Did you get the day off too, or what?
Yeah.
You know, that movie sucked, but that song really is catchy.
What song is that movie from?
Euro Trip, I think.
You're a trip. Yeah.
And it's like a lot of times when they make a song for a movie, it's like it's like supposed to be catchy, but yeah, really, what you couldn't actually picture it being on the radio. But in this case, yeah, I could see it. It is a catchy song.
Well, and it's got that song is like so well known, like it's got like its own little cult following too.
Well, yeah,
Like I see memes about it all the time online. It says like the new generation will never know.
Yeah.
Scotty doesn't know. I saw one the other day on Facebook that said that. Now the best part of that movie is when they're like, "How much money do you have?" All right, we got $1.86. What can we do with that? Next thing you know, they're in a 5-star restaurant. He's like, "You gotta love that exchange rate." Gives that dude, he hands that dude the butler a fucking nickel.
thank you, sir.
He said, "I'm gonna open my own hotel."
Yeah.
Yeah, I quit.
He slaps the shit out of the manager.
All right.
That movie is kind of stupid, but I still can watch it if it comes out. I had to watch Hall Pass again yesterday.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
That one's pretty funny.
So we reported to the police, and about a week later, I'm in school, and the principal came, and he said, "Come to my office." I don't know what it means. I'm like, "Oh, I'm screwed. I did something." I walk in, and there's my skateboard. Oh, wow. That afternoon, I was with my friend David Thompson, and we were skateboarding in front of my mom's house, and he's like, "Let me borrow the board. I want to do a
What are you
skateboard."
watching, TJ?
Ridiculous. I'm watching. I'm just listening, but it's ridiculousness. What's his name's on there? Pauly Shore.
Oh yeah, Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
I thought it was TJ talking for a minute.
No.
Polly Shore, the whistle,
Yeah. Yeah.
whose mother was.
He was
Oh,
owner of the comedy club. And,
Yeah, I believe it's Comedy Store, Mitzi Shore.
yeah,
Oh, was
He
that his
own-
mom's
he-
name?
yeah, he owns it now too, and that is like one of, if not the most famous comedy club in the world.
Yep.
And he actually owns it now.
It's called what?
A comedy store. It's in
Oh,
LA.
comedy.
I think it was Comedy Store that Mitzi owned.
Yeah, it's in LA, but it's like one of the, it's like had, I mean, all the way back to what, like the 1930s or 40s. It's had every famous comedian come through there. And that's where a lot of them got big at back in the day. Like it's been around for a long, long time.
Comedy Store was founded in 1972.
Oh, I thought it was older than that. I thought it was like at least
No,
50.
but Comedy Store, it basically ushered in the modern age of stand-up comedy.
Yeah, pretty much any stand-up comedian over the last 30, 40 years has walked through those doors at some point.
we have to blame them for art then, do we?
Blame them for art.
No, because they only take good comedians.
I would guarantee that if art had been passed to the main stage at the Comedy Store, we would hear about it.
Mm.
He would tell us.
Oh, yeah.
No, you didn't get on that stage unless you knew somebody or you already had were established.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
I don't even think you can get in there because it's really like a private club, I think.
Well, if you believe all the stuff he says, he met a lot of famous people.
Well, a lot of people will meet famous people in their life, but that don't mean it affected your life at all.
Mm.
I've met tons of famous people too. It didn't make my life any better.
No, art. You can see video of Art doing stand-up
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah, I've seen some of
Yeah,
them.
he's got a couple of I think he's got a couple of videos on his YouTube
Yep.
channel of him like doing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's from back in like the
Stand-up
80s and 90s.
Yeah, that's back when he had that big camera he had to put in front of him, and he had the background. He just
But-
put it there and made it and had the sound effects. You know.
Good morning, Joe.
Yeah.
Good morning.
But
Yeah,
you have to
Joe.
think
That light green screen behind.
when Art was doing a stand-up, it was easier. I mean, Howie Mandel did stand-up, and he's special needs.
Well, there was that guy that won Britain's Got Talent doing stand-up using a computer because he couldn't talk.
Oh, actually, that if that's the guy that goes on stage down in Austin, he is good. He's funny.
He is very.
who is this?
Oh, I can't remember his name. But if you watch the Kill Tony show, he's on every once in a while on Kill Tony. They'll pull his name out of the bucket and he'll come up and he has these just these bitter, just very vicious cut downs.
Is he white dude?
Yeah.
Yes,
With I think don't know whether
I think he's got
MS.
CP.
I think he's got MS, hasn't he?
It might be MS.
Remember that episode of Family Guy? It was like an older one where
Polio.
where Peter runs into that guy and he's like, I have MS, and he's like, you're that Chris? This guy's got a monkey scrotum.
No, you know who okay, I just found the comedian. I've actually ran across a lot of her shorts on YouTube, and she's pretty damn funny. Is Taylor Tomlinson? I think is how you pronounce her last name. But she's fucking funny as shit.
I don't know. There's one that's got a really southern drawl from Texas, I think. She's pretty good. Blonde.
Here, I'll show you who I'm talking about here. You probably have seen her. She's got some Netflix specials, but I've ran
Oh
across.
yeah, is that the wait? Hold on, is that the chick that? No, that's another
She
one.
does
Who
a lot of like sexual jokes and stuff, but she is hilarious. I ran across her on YouTube one time not too long ago, and I just kept running across her shorts, and I watched one of her Netflix specials. She was fucking funny.
Arian Belial is the comedian's name.
I was
And
thinking
she's
about
not-
the one female comedian who
Erin
does the
Belial.
bit with the where she's in the salon where they're talking where she's talking about like the Chinese girls like how they talk when they're doing your nails or whatever. I forgot who that chick was.
Yeah, that's funny. Hey, Lance,
Hey, Joe.
y'all got any KFCs by you, Kentucky Fried Chickens?
Yes, we do.
They got a special. They got a special this week. It's a Taylor Swift special.
Ooh.
You got 2 bony thighs, 2 small breasts, and a left wing for $8.95.
That's cute.
All for the price of a song.
I don't care if I had the opportunity, I'd still sleep with her. I don't give a fuck.
Might give you $100 tip.
People are hating on her, but she really did. She brought a lot of people into football that would have never watched.
Well, there's 2 reasons why people hate on her. Obviously, when you're always whoever's the most successful in a particular music genre or any kind of field at the time always gets a lot of hate. And then, of course, there's some of it did have to do with her political affiliations a few months ago. But
Yeah.
she was getting a lot of hate before that because of because she was just smashing it when it was coming to doing music. And when you're that big in the spotlight, there's going to be a lot of people that would that give you hate. And then, not to mention, even take the political and that out of it, her just being what's his name's girlfriend.
Yeah,
she's going to catch hate for that because of the fucking people just naturally going to hate a team that's
Well,
winning.
he's retiring, isn't he?
Not yet. Nothing official.
No, not Nancy Pelosi, Randy. I'm good with that. I wouldn't want to smash that. No. Maybe AOC. She's hot. She's just an idiot. No, not Nancy Pelosi. Oh.
Lord, mad props. That sounds like you got some other issues there.
Yeah.
I'd sleep in my car first.
You'd have to wear a body condom to get next to Nancy Pelosi.
He wants another ring first, Randy. He's gonna get another ring from Taylor. Aren't they getting married now?
A body condom. That's funny.
Shoot, I'd be wearing a bag. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's trying to be fucking Tom Brady. Good luck. That man's gonna hold that record for a while. 'Cause he's got what, 7? How many rings does he have? 6 or 7? Super Bowl rings? I think he's got 6 or 7.
I think 7.
How many rings?
Well, they certainly got 3 from the last 3 years.
Lost to the Giants twice.
So yeah, he's got 7. 2002, 2004, 2005, 2015, 17, 19, and 21. Yeah, if he would have had one more, he would have had enough rings for all 8 fingers.
That's funny.
But he's going to hold that record for a long time because,
Uh,
you know, getting to 7 Super Bowls is not an easy task by any means. No, I didn't see. I wasn't talking about her personality, Brandy. I can go out the window. That's what paper bags are for. But anyway, and there goes Donald. Yeah, it's going to be a long time before somebody, I think, breaks Brady's record for Super Bowl rings.
You know, Mahomes just looked older and slower.
Yeah.
This-
And he
This
wasn't,
is-
he threw some great stuff, but he didn't.
Yep, I agree.
It was
'Cause-
only 85%, where he was close to 100%, you know?
Because the next most rings, I think, is only 5. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple guys with 5, some defensive
Yeah.
players, some offensive linemen.
There's quite a few that have like 3 and 4, and there's quite a few that have. There's a good. I think there's a decent handful that have 5, but for the most part, like to get up to get to 8 to break Brady's record, that's going to be something that's probably not going to be done for a long time. I'm sure he's going to hold that record for quite a while. And that's the thing is he didn't do it all on one team either. He team hopped a couple times. Because he got one of them down here in Florida.
One in Florida and the rest in New England. Yep.
Didn't he? Wasn't he on one other team?
No.
Okay. I thought he got 2 on 2 different teams, but okay.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing is Kansas City has done good the last few years. They might be the next Patriots for the next 5-6 years. Because every decade has that 1 or 2 teams that just whoop everybody's ass, and then they'll be winning all the championships and all that, and then some other team will come on later and they'll be their time to shine, you know. Like Patriots had their time. They'll probably never repeat that type of win streak for a long time, you know. It might be decades before they ever see that again. Problem is it's hard to keep when you got a perfect coaching staff and you got the ultimate first line of like first string of players set up. It's hard to keep that because people will get injured, people will move, leave. You know, some coaches might retire or quit at the end of a season, and then it throws off the whole fucking balance. No, I don't think he'll ever be Brady either, Itchy, but that's what I said. It's going to be a while for somebody. Now Brady's got 7 rings, bro. Not for 6. I just looked it up. And he has a picture of him with all 7 on his hand. He's
Really?
one short. Yeah. He's one short of having 1 for each finger.
That's crazy how like football players or boxers or whatever, like how they have all those rings and they wear them all over their fingers. Like, how do you like do
Well,
stuff?
Super Bowl ring's not really designed to be worn. I mean, it's more of a showpiece.
It's
than
showpiece,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can wear wear it out and rock it if you really wanted to, but like if you look at the picture of Brady with his 7 rings on, those things are bulky as fuck, dude. You're not gonna
Like, how the heck are you supposed to do anything with
you
all
wouldn't
those
even
rings?
be able to eat a bowl of cereal and hold a spoon with all those on.
Yeah.
It's like the women with those like 5-inch long nails trying to do shit.
That's funny. Eat a bowl of cereal, hold it.
Well, DJ could do it because he eats the whole bowl of cereal. You know?
There you go.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Lance says that's pretty good, TJ.
So here you go, TJ. You'll see what I'm talking about. Look how bulky these fucking rings are, dude.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Those are literally for putting in a nice, really nice, like glass case and displaying it. You don't really wear those.
Yeah.
And then Justin, go look at Bart Starr's ring.
That's nutty.
He won the first Super Bowl. See how small that is. Just like a
Bart
regular ring.
Stars?
Bart Starr Super Bowl ring.
Oh yeah, that's really small.
There's nothing to it.
Yeah, see, that's something you could wear on a daily basis if you want
Show it to us.
to. I think it's this one here. Is it?
I Googled it, did not find it right away.
Is it this one here?
Oh yeah, right, Randy.
Yeah.
That would
yeah.
hurt like a.
That's just
yeah.
like that's a regular,
That's
class
like
ring.
class ring.
The high school ring.
Yeah.
But they didn't call it the Super Bowl the first 2 years. They just called it I don't know if they called it championship game or something.
Randy, imagine punching someone with those on.
Remember that movie? Oh, it was one of the Ace Ventura movies. I think it was like the first one with the dolphin in it. And,
Yeah, where he stole the guy's ring.
Yeah, and like these, like, and then he was running with the one guy, and he got punched, and he's like looking on his forehead, like to see like if it matched or whatever.
Because he was trying to find the ring with the missing stone.
Yeah.
So he was hitting up all the football players that played that season and won the Super Bowl. Trying to see if they were missing a stone out of their ring. Oh, dude, if you got, yeah, I imagine getting punched by Tom Brady.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
Fucking permanent indent of every Super Bowl he won in your face.
Yeah.
She was friends with my friend Danielle. Her and Miranda used to dance together. So that's how she gave her number. We just started talking on the phone every day, like high school.
Laces out, Dan.
Laces out, Dan.
Yeah. Ray Finkel.
He's like, those can be faked. What about this?
Yeah. Was that lady was she really like a trans or something?
No, she was, well, in the movie technically, no, I think she was just hiding her identity. And she was playing as she like stole a woman's identity. I think was the whole thing behind it. Imagine getting punched while Tyson was wearing Brady's rings. Imagine how much those rings are worth, though. Like actual, I mean, you could buy, because the rings prices depend on whose ring it was from that Super Bowl. Because everybody gets a ring on the team. I mean, even the fucking janitors get rings. Like everybody gets a ring.
Yeah.
So, it's like, but you imagine how much Tom Brady's rings are, his own personal Super Bowl rings? Good God, dude. Imagine if you got.
Do they have the names engraved on them or something?
I think
on the side.
Yeah, on the side.
Some of them do now.
Mm.
They actually show them on the side.
Because it does depend on whose ring it is. Because you could have, like I said, you could have some offensive coordinator and nobody even knows who the hell that person is, right? Just not well known. And he could take his ring into a pawn shop and they'd give him like $5,000 for it. But if it was Tom Brady's, it would be worth, over $1 million.
But how do they know what size of ring to make for each person?
When the game's over with, in the locker room, they size you before you leave.
A lot of times they have all that information before the game too.
That's what I would think as well, Justin. They probably, but they could double check. You're right, Joe.
Yeah, because they were showing Philadelphia. It was after the game. They had about 6 people in there with rings the size of those big rings, and they were putting them on there, checking them what finger do you want it on, and all this, and checking them and making sure they fit right. And they said, let's try a bigger size, try the bigger size, that feel better like this. And then they write it all down, put it all, then they had each one and they sent them on before they left.
So they have a big stock of these rings already made.
No, it's all just like a prototype of just like a high school ring, but the same size that they usually make about. Because a thicker ring is going to be a different size than a smaller ring.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably
I wear a 13, but if I wear a ring that size, I got to wear a 14 and a half.
Yeah, but it's probably a real ring. It's just a mock-up of it, but it's probably a real one.
Yeah, it's a real ring, but it's just a basic ring.
I've got two things. One's like a cone that you put the ring on it and it drops down to the size that it is and you read it off. And a load of small rings all in a loop on a key ring kind of thing to check your fingers.
Yeah, that's how Walmart used to do it in our jewelry section. How we size people. We had these little ring things and they'd put them on their fingers and try them and see if they felt good and all that. And then you would write down the size and then put the form with the ring they were buying, and then you'd ship it off and have it resized for them.
Yeah.
When the Saints won the Super Bowl a few years back, all the season ticket holders, their names were put into a hat, and for each season ticket you had an entry for a ring, and then they did a drawing for 5 people, and it cost you $25 to enter, and 5 people were drawn out of the drawing for a ring.
And are they solid gold and all?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
What's up, Lisa? Yeah. Yeah, but depending on whose ring it is, because I've actually seen pawn shops that have Super Bowl rings in them.
Yeah.
I've actually seen them, but they weren't any big time players' ring because, like I said, it depends on whose ring it is. And if it was a big time player's ring, you'd want to get it graded and everything else, have paperwork on it and all that.
Yep. So we got your weather, Paul. We don't have the snow, but we got your cold. You're muted.
I think he's talking on the phone.
And he's muted. No, he wasn't.
It's supposed to start snowing again today.
Yeah, we were 30 this morning, and they were talking about the rest of this week because it's going to drop down in the 20s the last 3 days. And we got parades here in Mandeville on Friday night, and they're telling everybody, well, get ready because you better be bundled up because it's going to drop down in the 20s during the parade. And then Saturday, I got a boat parade to shoot pictures of, and they said be bundled up because it might be in the 30s or the 40s max. So I'll be out there with my Mavic 3 in 30, 40 degree weather. Maybe.
What's the coldest we can fly in?
Well, you could do a lot more than that.
It's down in like the single digits, I think.
Yeah, like 14 degrees or something like that. Because I did something when it snowed here that I didn't think I'd ever do. Well, I flew it in the snow while it was snowing. But I did something a little bit different. Before I took it outside, I brought some alcohol. I brought a little squeeze bottle of alcohol, and when I put it outside and put it down to take off, I squirted alcohol on all the propellers and kind of wiped it on it, and then took off just to give it a little layer of something. It's like a de-icer if it worked. And when I got back, they were perfectly dry. But that's the one thing I was worried about. And I wasn't as worried about losing it because of people, but I was over the median out here. It was nothing but snow. If it would have fell out, I would know right where it was.
Right, I get you.
They get you.
Oh, you got one nice little bit there piled up in the front yard.
Yeah, we got snow.
Yeah, look at that bench over there. The snow on the top of it.
Right there, yep.
If you look at the
Wow.
top of the car only looks like it's about 3 inches.
I think we're supposed to have another little cold front this week, aren't we?
Yeah, you got
Well, it's
another
supposed to,
major Arctic coming in.
it's supposed to get colder too. It's supposed to be sub-zero at night.
Yeah, it's chilly here this morning.
It's 63 here right now.
Yeah, it says 69 here.
It's not going to get too cold here in Florida. It looks like the weekly forecast is going to be down in the 40s at night, but in the 60s during the day.
Oh,
That's not that bad. The coldest day is supposed to get down to 43 at night.
Yeah, we got some snow, that's for sure.
dang, that's a lot.
And
I
can you
put it
imagine?
in
Can you
the
imagine
pantry.
Mia trying to walk around in that stuff?
That's crazy. You could like bury yourself in there.
Yep.
Maybe that's what she wants to do. Maybe she want to rub her nipples in the snow.
Well, she's rubbing more than her nipples because it comes up to here on her.
There's some dogs
Like
like
you could
that.
you could just see her head.
Yep.
Like you ever see the what do you call it? What are those dogs? The Huskies.
Yeah,
And
boy, they
people will
love
let
snow.
them. Oh God, yeah, dude. The Huskies will bury themselves in the snow. They love it.
Yeah, I used to have Siberian Huskies, and they do love the cold. Yep.
I've seen
Yeah, I
some
saw.
videos of them actually jumping into snowbanks and burying themselves completely.
Yeah,
Yeah, so do Newfoundlands and Pyrenean mountain dogs.
I saw last night on Instagram. The guy opens the door and a Chihuahua runs out and jumps and lands in the snow and he just goes completely under. And he sticks his head up to the top and he's going, "Ooh, somebody get me!" Somebody get me. Couldn't get out. He was, "Ooh, help me!
There was
Somebody help the boy."
there was a guy on YouTube that was catching shit from people in his comment sections because he had two dogs. One was a little like Chihuahua or something. I can't remember what the little dog was, but then he had a Siberian Husky. And people were saying that he was being abusive because he was locking the Siberian Husky outside, but he opens the door. He says, I can't get him to want to come in. He goes out there and buries himself in the snow and will sit there for hours.
Yeah, I remember that one. I saw that one.
Yeah, he's like, I
He
tried
just
to get
lays
him to
there.
come in. He don't want to come in.
It's how
Was
get
it-
inside, and the dog just turns his head the other way.
Yep, he don't
Was
want to
this
come
guy
in.
on? Was it a guy on YouTube? He let his dog out and he was like just sitting out there.
Yeah, people were just giving him shit because they're just stupid and don't understand that those dogs like the cold weather. And they would rather sit outside in the snow and just bury themselves, and they enjoy it. It feels good on them.
Oh yeah.
Because
In fact, my Husky, my parents had a house up north, and they used to come in and plow it, and it had like a 12 or 14-foot tower of snow, and she would she'd climb right up on top of that, sit there and look around.
Yeah, and dogs love that
Well,
shit.
there are some animals that do love the snow, but then others that just like the owners will just leave their dogs out there like chained up. Because I always like see the commercials, like those depressing commercials while Sarah McLachlan is singing in the arms of an angel or whatever.
Oh,
like,
for fuck's
So they
sake,
got
the
you
Sarah
hooked up, don't
McLaughlin.
yeah.
Fucking Sarah McLaughlin commercials. In the
Yeah.
arms
Things
of an
gotta go.
angel. Do you want to help the ASPCA against the abuse
I
of
want to know
animals?
how much money goes in her pocket. Now, Cleo, the little black one I've got, that's the Chihuahua Pomeranian, she's just the opposite. When the sun's hitting a certain part of that deck out there, she wants to go lay on the deck. She lays right in the sun. And she'll lay there, and I'll holler at her, get inside. And she'll look at me and lay back down. And then finally I said, you better get inside, you're going to cook. she'll come inside and she'll be hot. She'll be huffing like she's ready to go on a heat stroke. But she'll come in for a few minutes, cool off, go back out and get in the sun again.
Yeah.
She just loves in the
yeah.
sun.
Bo likes to do that too. In the summertime, he'll sit out there and he'll be patting his ass off just sitting out there, but he'll be laying out in the basking in the sun.
Yeah, he just wants to, like I said, the other day Loki went through. I got him to go through, and I wouldn't let him. I said, I'm not opening the door. You got to come back through. And I sat there. He got to the point where he started barking for me to open the door. I wouldn't open it. So I opened the dog door, just lifted it up. I said, you got to get your ass through because I'm not coming through. And he came through. He's got to learn how to just push it on his own. He don't want to push it.
Once dogs get used to that, though, like my dogs are the same way because we have a big dog door on the back porch that they can go in and out of, so the screen door don't have to be open.
Once they go through it a couple of times, they're good.
Yeah, they were the same way. Like Tyson, he didn't hesitate. He just ran right through it once he realized what it was. He walked up
that's
to
how
it. Like,
my other ones do. But Loki, he's been here 3 years. He's gone through it twice.
But Bo, it took Bo quite a few times of us pushing him through it.
Usually you got 3 dogs. Usually the other 2 dogs teach the other one how to go through the door.
Well, they'll walk up there and they'll look at him and they'll go through it and get another side, like, come on, And then the other one will walk up and go through it and he'll sit over on this side and just sit down. He's from, I'm telling you, he's from the hood. Any loud noise, he gets behind something and looks. He thinks somebody's shooting at him or something.
Most dogs don't like loud noises.
No, he don't like any kind of noise.
See, Tyson,
that Fort Imprint commercial where it's like the little doggy door and then there's like a big huge fucking dog out there and the lady's like, are you sure that dog's gonna fit through there? And then she's like, are you for Imprint certain?
Tyson don't give a shit about loud noises. Bo don't like them though. Tyson don't give a crap. Tyson could be outside while they're shooting fireworks off. He don't give a shit.
Yeah, my son was sitting on the sofa eating one day, and he was just eating, and they dropped the fork, and it was funny. Dropped the fork about this high off the desk, and off the table he had. It just hit the table. Loki was sitting over there. He ran over, pushed my leg out the way, got behind the safe, and just kind of peeked out. Justin looked over at him and went, man, that dog from the hood. He is. I'm telling you. But he's so used. I guess he's so used to my daughter that was always yelling at him that if he didn't listen, she'd slap at him, like this. And it's like, because I'll get him right here. He'll come up to me and I'll reach over faster and he'll duck. And I'll look at him and say, do I ever hit you? Then he'll come up to me. But he still does that. And he's been here 3 years.
All right, I gotta jump off. I'll catch y'all later.
I think my dog had treated at some point because she flinches.
Yeah, he flinches all the time. And if he does something wrong, if I just clap my hand once, he goes all the way to the corner over there and gets in the corner. It's crazy. Oh, if he hears a difference in my voice, I look over in like the paper by the door. If one of them misses the paper and I see a little present, a little Tootsie Roll sitting right next to it, I'll look over and I say, who missed the paper? And he'll put his head down and go walk over and get in the corner. And then getting him out the corner is hard because he figures that's a good place to stay. Now, if I get food out, he'll come out. I woke up this morning at 5:19. I've been waking up at 5:19 almost every morning lately. But I got up at 5:19, rolled over because my alarm was set for 6. Went back to sleep, turned it off when it came on, rolled over, said I'll get up at 6:30. 6:30, I was laying there half asleep, and I asked Alexa what time it was. And it said 6:20. So I said, okay, I'll get up in a couple of seconds. And I said, what time is it? And it said 8:19. You're like, oh, God. That 2
So
hours just disappeared.
5 plus 1. What's 5 plus 1?
6.
5?
And then what's your second number? 9.
Yeah.
519. 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 9.
With 15, what? So we got what? So what are we inferring?
And not don't add the 6 and the 9. Just put them together.
You talking about 519?
No, 69.
5 plus 1 is 6. Write that number down. Then 69 is
Oh.
the number you end up with. Bart Starr Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
I wonder what Joe Namath's Super Bowl ring looked like, because his was the first official Super Bowl. Joe Namath.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that was. I kind of remember it too, but it wasn't that big a deal.
The first Super Bowl I remember is Joe Namath. It's the Super Bowl III. The Jets. Oh, and his isn't very big either. My goodness. Not like they are today.
And they're getting bigger and bigger every year.
Yep.
But I put my $25 in when they did that little deal. I wanted one of those rings if I could have got it. And what would have been cool was you could have they were going to put your name on it if you wanted your name on it. And if I would have won it, I used to be in a club called Charlie Saints Marching Club, and we were a neighborhood club at a bar that whenever the Saints would win, we'd have a parade to celebrate their win. And it was I think it was 6 blocks. We walked around the neighborhood, and we had a guy in the front playing music, playing Saints music. We had a bunch of people that would dress up like a bunch of fools, and we'd beat on pots and pans and all kind of things just to make noise and go around the neighborhood, right? Later on, because I was in the band, I got a bunch of guys together and we made a little band. So we'd come out and march around the neighborhood and play the Saints Go Marching In and some other songs around the neighborhood. So we had our own band then. And then when they were doing their officer election one year, I ran for Gumbo, which was the Saints dog, the mascot. The St. Bernard dog, they called him Gumbo. And I told them I'd wear a St. Bernard dog outfit. And won hands down. So I was Gumbo for about 7 years before I went in the Marine Corps and everything, even when I came back. So if I would have won one of them rings, I would have had Gumbo on the side. That's what I'd have put on it. But I had a St. Bernard dog outfit that my mother put together. And the first one was like made out of like terry cloth with the patches on it and everything. And I said, it's got to be better than this. Got to look better. So I went and found material that was furry material, real nice stuff. It had the backing was almost like a mesh, so it was very breathable. And this stuff cost a lot of money. I think to get it made the way I needed it, it was about 300. This is back in the 70s now. It was like $300 worth of material. And we got the thing together, had it all made up. And I actually was up in Cincinnati the last year before I went in the Marine Corps, and I had it on. And one of the Cincinnati fans grabbed the tail and ripped it off. And as he ripped it and started to take off, one of the other guys bumped him, and I just knocked him to the ground like that. And the police come running up, and they grabbed me and they grabbed him. And I said, you need to do something about that. This is an expensive suit like this. And they looked at it. They wound up arresting him, giving him a tail back. So I had to go get the tail repaired back on it.
Wow.
I've wore it in Miami. I've wore it in Atlanta. I've wore it in Cincinnati. Wore it in Dallas. I would be able to get on the field with the team at the time And then I went to the Marine Corps. The last time I wore it, I was here in the Marine Corps actually, and I was still holding the position. I was actually it was like they stopped the position as the officer, but because they said they were going to retire it and let me just keep it and do something else, make another mascot type of thing. And the last 3 years, the 2 years that I was stationed here, that they had the St. Patrick's Parade, they marched in. I marched in with the outfit. But I mean, I didn't have a full head like a St. Bernard head, but it was the head had my face, but it had the ears, the whole works, and you could tell what it was. The first one, everybody thought I was a freaking rabbit. It looked like a rabbit, you know. And I said, "Oh, we got to fix this shit. This got to be fixed." Didn't have an issue after that. I even had the little barrel in the front that I wore. That would sit in the front with a deal. It had always had beer in it, so I could drink beer while I was marching.
You're gonna think this is just a part of a little game, a little game.
Yeah, I used to be a mascot one time.
She actually knows.
Mario.
No, that was back when I used to work for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. You a chicken wing?
Yeah, I was a chicken. One time I was a cow.
Yeah.
Did you throw those signs around on the corner?
Yeah, we had the signs, and then like we would show up at the local high schools with a box of plastic footballs, and we would throw them out into the stands and just like try to get
This is not something I would normally do if the engine.
just promote Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
From here, you're gonna turn your key to on or run, or if you're on off switch, you have to on.
Those were the fun days right there.
We're gonna take the choke dial and turn that all the way to the choker. And set your throttle to a low to medium setting. Now, here's your prime button. In most cases, you're gonna prime 3 times. And in my experience, you're gonna make each prime count. So you push it in.
I just realized they're still on. They're still on Facebook.
Ew.
Charlie Saints Marching Club.
Mhm.
It says it was from the very beginning.
It's hard for me and Candy to call her out.
Got 85 members still. Joni's one of them. Joni's got to be one of them. Joan Surpass. Yep, she's still ahead of it. Yeah, she was her dad was Charlie. It was his what you call it. Now the last time they have anything posted was 2021. Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine her even being alive right now. I was looking to see that I can't get into it because it's a private group. Because they got pictures. They got pictures on like
Yeah,
the header.
Look who popped in the chat.
You know why? Because it's her birthday. The
Yeah.
only reason she's here, she wants somebody to say happy
It's her
birthday.
birthday, yep.
Yep. I think her and David went out because I was talking to her in Messenger, and she said her and David went out, I think last night or whatever it was.
Do an intervention without her knowing. Oh, I need to be there. Like, I can be on the plane right now. I need to be there.
I knew she'd be in.
It was playing a little bit of Fortnite yesterday. Yeah, the other day.
Yeah, the other day. Yeah.
That's funny.
Joe, what's your plan for the day? Is it raining down there? Is it nasty, windy,
Just cold.
cold, huh?
Yep. I got to check and find out if the school's open today. I don't know if they're open today or not. Because I have to go. I might just probably do it tomorrow. I've got to go to North Shore up in Slidell and drop off those envelopes. Because next Tuesday I got the team pictures.
Oh,
But my big thing is I got to check the stupid schedule. It comes out sometime today. Not out yet. On the playoffs. Playoffs.
Been to the
I don't know, Laura. I have no idea. I ask myself the same question every day.
And I've got a feeling, Paul,
What
that
am I gonna
one of the
do with
playoff
it?
games is going to be on the day I have the team pictures.
ah,
Because this is the first time I've had team pictures in the same time they got playoffs.
TJ didn't have breakfast yet. He's chewing on his fingers.
So my deal is I got team pictures next Tuesday, 3 o'clock to about 5 o'clock. It takes about that long. I'm hoping if they play a game, it's not till 6:30. So I'll get back to it, you know. I'm
Yeah.
only a half hour away. So I'll be a half hour away, I can get back. But but I'm watching this weather too, because as long as I have a clear day, I can get it done. We got to shoot the team picture outside. And we do the team picture right after school, get everybody dressed, get them outside. Then they bring them in, seniors down to freshmen. And we go one by one.
That's funny.
The biggest thing is I do the posters every year. I think I do a 2 foot by 3 foot poster. But at seniors, he wants a bigger poster.
Yeah.
He said, "Can we do a bigger poster this year?"
Mhm.
I'm gonna bring.
Yeah.
I've got one in the back. I'm gonna bring with me to check. It's a 3 foot by 5 foot to see if that'll fit on the fence. I think it's too big.
And
He's
this
probably
is
gonna need a 4-foot
Dutch,
one for the fence.
Yeah.
Depends on where he's gonna put them. Puts them on the side of the stadium.
and it's that
He put a
how
3 foot by 5
you
foot.
were up.
yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here. I got some
Hey,
laundry to
TJ,
fold.
yeah, stop chewing your fingers. Go get something to eat.
All right, we'll see y'all later on.
Okay. Bye.
See ya.
Yeah. But I'm
No, I
like,
think
it depends. might
we're
go
gonna
fly.
I think we're gonna close it down, Joe.
Yeah.
Time to pack it in.
Yep, time
Yeah,
to
Laura's
pack it
here. We
in,
can get
man.
off.
What's that?
Laura's here, so we can go ahead and shut it down.
We can go ahead and shut it down. Okay, Mark. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again later today.
Happy birthday, Laura.
Later.
Bye for now.